Welcome to my channel, Better Monday Fasting. In today's video, I'll be talking about fermented foods and cheat meals. Cheat meals I've been having, and my latest like health status and my relationship to food lately. Before getting started, nothing I share in this video or on the channel is medical advice, so always do your own research before making any health related decisions. So I've been back to Paraguay from Colombia. It's been like over 2 weeks. I've been picking up the routine here. So to give you a little background on my relationship to food. Yeah, I've been regularly fasting since 2016. I've experimented like different diets, raw diet, no animal product diet, frugivore diet, and for like over 2 years I've been on the ketogenic diet. That was the most sustainable diet for me. And then I switched to carnivore. So I did like a 90-day carnivore with a 3-week transition because I wasn't able to do the transition smoothly. Like I had all kinds of problems. But eventually I was able to make it happen. And then I had 90 days of being on a strict carnivore diet. Then I went on a what I would call keto war diet. So kind of keto, like leaning more towards carnivore. I did that until I got back to here in Paraguay. So I'm gonna cross the street. I apologize. It's really difficult to cross here. So I've been back to Paraguay for 2 weeks, over 2 weeks now, and I've been I'm still on a kind of a keto war. But I had like 2 cheat meals, and I've been consuming a good amount of fermented foods. So that's like what I kind of got into lately, fermented foods. Voilà. And so yeah, like we don't have all the access to all the produce like I had in Colombia in terms of like healthy food and all that. So my strategy was like, you know what, I'm gonna try to find because I know that there's a strong Japanese and Korean community here. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try to find like a Japanese store, and I was hoping to find some miso and seaweed, things like that, which I made it happen. So I find this place called Sakura. Nothing like too fancy, but they have the basics. So I was able to find miso soup, tofu. I was able to find different kinds of seaweed, sancha matcha tea. I found some matcha tea, but it wasn't all that great, but the sancha matcha is pretty good. Loose leaf. And I found some kimchi and some like fermented Japanese food, like fermented soya, some yellow radish, and some types of mushrooms. So everything really delicious, but I suspected, so the radish didn't work for me because it had sugar. So I had a little bit and like, no. And there's another one, I think it's like mushrooms. maybe mushrooms. I'm not sure what it is, but it's delicious too. But it has sugar. But the kimchi was out of this world. I was like, wow, this kimchi is so good. And it was a pretty big, like a pretty big pack, like of fresh kimchi. And it said like that it was all natural, homemade. And so like the kimchi blew me away. Like it was really, because I was getting some from the grocery store here, and even though it was pretty good, but it's still kind of industrial. But the kimchi I find at Sakura was out of this world. So I started eating, and I looked at the label, and it said Adari Korean food. I was like, wow, it kind of looks local and stuff. So like I did the research, and I find them on Instagram. I got their WhatsApp number, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give it a try. Let's go check this place out. So it was like last Sunday. I made a reservation for 6 o'clock. I go there. It's in a part of town. It's like San Vicente. I think I've never been there before. Like no fancy neighborhood, normal neighborhood. So I go there, and there's a house. Like it was kind of hard to find, but eventually I find it, and there's a bell. So I ring the bell, and guy opens the door, but it was like his house. So it was kind of awkward. And then another guy came. He's like, come here. So I go there. There's like a little gate. I enter. So he opens like this sliding door, and it's like it's kind of warehouse looking, you know. I mean, it's a house, but it like it's not what you would expect, like when you go to a restaurant. So then I enter, and we pass like the kitchen and all that, and then we enter like a garage, or what was used to be a garage, and they turn it into a dining room for a restaurant. But there's no window, there's no natural light or anything. So I sit down there, and there's like two like older like Korean guys, and they ordered like they kind of like knew what they were doing. So they ordered some like a beautiful like plate of sashimi, and then like I think like Korean barbecue style, but like some octopus, like the entire octopus, like something like that. And so I sit down, and they bring me all those like dishes. There's like an omelet, there's kimchi, there's some like pickled items, some pickled soya. There's some betabel. How do you say that? Like I forgot the name in English. It's beet. Some also cured or fermented beet, and all those like for free. And then I ordered some like a bulgogi. I knew it. I mean, I'm a little familiar with the Korean food because I lived in San Diego, and in Claremont area there's a lot of Asian supermarkets, and there were some Korean like barbecue places that I used to go, and I'm familiar with kalbi, bulgogi, like all those like the short ribs and all that. And I ordered that, and also I ordered like a kimchi soup. I was curious, and so they brought like everything, and I finished all the little things they gave me, and it was so good. And because I think also like I've been on on those, on the carnivore and then on the keto war. Like I'm suspecting that my body is missing some certain things. Like eating the beet like felt really good, and I loved all this like free dishes, and so I asked them if I can have more. So they bring me more, another omelet and all the little dishes. They bring me some more, and then the bulgogi came. I kind of want to have I like to have my soup first, but I think we didn't communicate well. So they bring me the bulgogi, and so I ate it. It was really good, but I suspect to have that's my problem with the Korean barbecue. I suspect to have a little bit of sugar. They tend to put honey or sugar on the meat, So that was the little downside, but I mean, everything is homemade, and that person who's cooking, I mean, it's my style of food. Like I already knew it with the kimchi, it wasn't too salty. There was no sugar. It was all natural. It was spicy, but not, and I think that's her signature. So everything is like that. Like it's fresh, it's good. So only the bulgogi I suspect to have sugar, but then they brought like the kimchi soup. It was like boiling, it's like it was boiling and stuff. So I even took a video, and then I let it cool. Like I guess it was good that they bring it maybe second. Like I let it cool. Like I finished the bulgogi, and even though I let it cool down, like my first attempt to take a sip, like I burned my lip. It's so hot. It's really hot. Like I don't know how they managed to make it that hot. But then I eat it. I really like the kimchi part. There's also some meat inside, but the meat I didn't like it that much, but it was good. So the whole thing, like the whole Adari restaurant, it reminded me of Fight Club. You go there, like it doesn't really look like a restaurant. It's like the secret. Then they open the door, and then there's one gate, the second gate. You enter, you have to pass like the kitchen, all that, and then you enter the dining area, and there's no windows. So I was just like, wow, this is great, and very good prices, very fair, good prices, and so I was really like proud of myself, like because I kind of discovered the place with like investigation and trusting my taste buds, and then I was like, wow, that's great. So on Wednesday I went there again. For the second time. This time around I had a opportunity to chat with the owners and everything, and so yeah, I think that's my spot. Like, so I'm like, well, it's kind of a cheat meal, so I still try to stick with the keto, but the omelet might have some potatoes maybe, and the first time I went, they gave me a bowl of rice. I ate it. And the second time around, I ate maybe 10% of the rice. So I still try to, try to be keto. But it's just that it's hard to know. Like, and the second time around, I had the short rib barbecue. That was also delicious. And so they don't serve for one person usually. So I asked if I can have a half order, but it wasn't possible. So I ate for two. So I ate, and then I had the soup. It was like a cartilage soup, and I'm guessing it's healthy for me because there was all this like cartilage. Taste-wise, it was okay. The short ribs were good too, but not like. I mean, I was kind of expecting maybe a little bit better since we are in Paraguay, but it was really good. But again, like the little dishes, like the Korean tapas they give you, Again, I asked for the second round, and it's great. Like they don't charge you. Like I was kind of expecting me that maybe they will charge me because I asked twice, but no, they don't. Yeah, that's great. That makes me feel like in my home country, Turkey, it's a little bit like that too. There are a lot of restaurants. They will bring you all these things for free to make you feel welcome, and you can already start eating some stuff while they're preparing your food, you know. And but right now, like I'm with Adari, I like their all these like tapas, maybe better than the main dishes so far. But I'm gonna keep going there, and I'm gonna ask because since I've been buying their kimchi, now I'm like I'm thinking maybe all these like other fermented pickles and all that, maybe they're selling it too. So I could do kind of a part of my grocery shopping there. That's what I'm thinking because when I'm cooking at home too now, like, you know, I even bought some chopsticks. So at home I'm making like a miso soup. Make a miso soup with seaweed. And what else I put inside? I put some lime and seaweed and tofu. I've been putting some tofu, but the tofu I'm getting seems really industrial from Sakura, and I saw that at Costa Rica they have better like homemade tofu. So once I finish the ones I have, I might switch to that, see what's up. So I'm making that soup. Then I make my my meat in the oven, you know, Paraguayan meat, and I make an omelet with some Swiss cheese. So that's kind of my that's kind of what I'm eating, and all the fermented. I also find at Costa Rica I find some pickles that they conserve in kombucha. Interesting. So first I was just like, kombucha, sugar. You know, it's gonna be sugary, but it's not. It's not. It's really good. It's really good pickles. So yeah, lately I've been really on that fermented food, Japanese and Korean food. So yeah, I'm kind of, this is like with fasting I always say, you know, you always have to, you know, after doing a good session of fasting or a period where you're regularly fasting, you always need to take a vacation from fasting. And that's kind of what I'm doing now. Like I'm a little bit like, I'm still very keto war, or maybe keto, and I'm having those cheat meals, but it's not like I'm having pizza or pasta. I mean, I still try to like be close to what I usually eat, and it feels really good. Like I really feel like, and I'm not flaring up. Like even when I eat that rice, I was kind of worried. Yeah, I don't have that skin production. I don't feel, foggy minded. So my conclusion is that those 90 day of carnivore, strict carnivore, I might have cured certain things. Because now that I'm back to something more loose, I don't get the negative side effects. So it's something to keep in mind. So I'm going to be going a little bit like that. What I want to experiment is also the lion diet. But I'm listening to my body because, you know, when I ate that beet, and also they had some eggplant, it really feels good. Like it feels like my body is thanking me. So I think that the carnivore was good to cure, but I might have been maybe missing some, some vitamins or some minerals because, that Korean food, the fermented Korean food has been really good, and my miso is really good too. And in my miso, I've been adding sometimes, like I don't know if it works really well, but at the Japanese store I find some dried anchovies and dried shrimp, like little shrimp. So I've been adding sometimes the shrimp. It's okay, but it doesn't Yeah, I don't think it's made for that. And the anchovies, I haven't dared, like, I'm just eating it like that. I haven't dared like putting it in the miso soup. So yeah, I've been having a hard time finding a bone broth. In Colombia, I could find that bone broth with the miso. Here, I haven't find something. I mean, already packaged. Like I could make it myself. I mean, we're in Paraguay. I think they have enough cow bone here, but yeah, I haven't been. I didn't find that bone broth thing, but yeah, it's been overall really happy. Like really happy with being to Paraguay. Kind of Colombia inspired me because I was having hard time finding like items like miso, all that. But like then I was just like, yeah, I could. Yeah, like there's a Japanese community here, so I'm sure they have. So I have a red miso. I also bought the white miso. I haven't tried the white miso yet, but the red miso is really good. I mean, it's kind of industrial. I think it's made in the U.S. It's import. But yeah, it's been good. So yeah, when we travel, there's all the like it's like, we always bring something from when we had something good in our routine in one place, and then I tend to think like, oh, I wish I had this, also, I mean, back home or in Paraguay, and somehow, making it happen. And so, yeah, it's been great in that sense, and also, yeah, keep meeting people, keep. I also brought my some coffee beans from Colombia, and in the coffee shop I'm going, Totem coffee shop. It's a roaster actually, so they make coffee with my beans. So I bring my beans and they make the coffee for me. And also there's something I really liked in Colombia. It's like they will serve with the thermos. I will order a double coffee. They'll serve it with a thermos, and that way I will keep it warm while I'm working. So yesterday I purchased a thermos, and also there's this like great barista at Totem. He's really helpful. So he's making the coffee in my thermos with my beans. And so there, yeah, it's been really good. There's another coffee shop called El Cafetero, and the one of the owners is Colombian, and he sometimes gets Colombian beans. So I also got like a pack of Colombian beans from him. So now in my bag I have all those beans, and wherever I go, I ask them if they can. Make me a V60 with my beans, and it's been good because there's all these like other coffee enthusiasts. So I share my beans, and it's really good. I mean, the beans I brought from Colombia. Okay, a little bean review. So there's like my favorite coffee shop in Medellin. It's called Rituales, and that place is amazing. Like it's vertically integrated. So they get the beans from the Sierra of Medellin, and they roast in Medellin, and the coffee shop is in Medellin. And they have three beans. One is like the most basic. The second one is like fermented, and the third one is even more fermented. So the first one is like, and they have a concept. It's like it has like the blue color scheme. The second one orange, and the third one is green. And the first one, when they bring you the cup, it says, "I'm starting." The second one is like I'm progressing, evoluciono. And the third one is like transcendence. I'm transcending. I think we say it like that. And it's so they have that concept, and also their barista, they rank them like that. So if it's a seasoned barista, it's gonna be the third beans. It's called Paraíso. So he's gonna be a Paraíso, and the second one is gonna be Luz. Luz is the second one is like the light, and the first one I don't remember. But my routine, like not on this visit, but the previous visits, my routine was that I will start the week with the most basic one, and then like Tuesday, Wednesday, I'll switch to Luz, and then end of the week and the weekend I will have the Paraíso. That was my routine, and also like it's good to come back to that initial one, because once you have the fermented one all the time, then your palate gets used to it, then you don't appreciate it as much. So that was kind of my approach. But this month and a half I passed there, I mean, I love the Paraíso. I had a fixation on the Paraíso, so I had pretty much every day I had Paraíso. I had Paraíso. When I came back, I took one bag of Paraíso and one bag of Luz. I didn't bring the other one, the first one. I was kind of nervous, like I don't know, like how much coffee you can bring. But I asked the barista girl here. She said, I pack my luggage with tons of coffee each time I go to Buenos Aires. But I was kind of like, I'm not gonna go overboard, so I took those two. But then when I was at the airport, there was the Pergamino, like it's a pretty established brand, and in Poblado they have it's kind of I don't want to say, I don't want to give any big brand name, but it's a nice coffee shop, and they have this like amazing packaging of their beans. I mean, it looks really like what they were doing. So I was at the airport, so they have a store there, and so I looked at the dates, because the airport, I was like, maybe the beans are not fresh, but they were roasted like the previous week. So I purchased two bags of their coffee and brought it over here, and the result is that, I mean, it's like the two I bought, they're both like blends. Actually, maybe I can, because I have the beans with me, so maybe I can give some visuals. So really enjoyed those beans, but they weren't as good as the as interesting as the Rituales one. So yeah, we were kind of like, it's a lot of marketing. The packaging is great, and I mean, don't get me wrong, it's really good coffee, but it wasn't like with everybody I shared here, it's not as it didn't impress us as much as the Rituales. So this is I have the bag. So this is Luz from Rituales. So that's the bag of Luz. That's where's what happened to my, oh yeah, here we have the Paraíso. That was just amazing, and it tastes even better when you have it outside of Colombia. Oops. So this is the bag of Paraíso. The Paraíso is gone. The loose I have. Loose I still have. Loose I still have some. I have those 2 packages. And from Pergamino I bought this one, Alto de Letras, 1900 meters. It's really like, I mean, the packaging, I don't know if the video does justice, but it's amazing, and also how it feels. It's really good. And I also bought this one, Loma Verde. This was a little less impressive, I have to say, than Alto Letras, and both kind of like really good, like, you know, on the tongue, has a good body. Great when it's cold outside. I mean, it's really like this comfort coffee that is kind of strong. But in terms of like the notes and all that, not all that crazy. Like it doesn't go too crazy, but this one is a little chocolatey. And one of the baristas at Totem, he was really able to pull out that you know, that chocolate flavor. And so the last one I got, so that this one I got it from here. So I got it from El Cafetero. So I got it from El Cafetero. It's also from Colombia. Yeah, I like it. I mean, not at the level of Rituales, nor even I would say Pergamino, but I can get them here. So that's a big good news. So at least here I can have it. And the reason why I got it, it was like, yeah, the beans they had for the V60, it was from another brand, so it wasn't the Colombian beans, and I really wanted to have a Colombian, so I was just like, what if I purchased the bag and you brew it for me? And they were like, okay, yeah, we can do that. And they were really nice because they didn't want to charge me. They didn't charge me for service, or they were like, oh, it's your beans. So really nice of them. But yeah, at Totem, either they didn't want to charge me at first, but then I was like, you know, I mean, if I'm always gonna bring my beans, like, you know, I don't want, you're not gonna work for free. And it's not only the beans, you know, I mean, it's like you have to pay rent, you have to. I mean, I'm an entrepreneur myself. Like, there's electricity, I use the space. You have to do the dishes, you know. I mean, there's all these things. You know, you take the time of the barista. I mean, you know, a V60, it takes like, you know, between 4 to 6 minutes, you know, like you have to be focused on, like, so then now like we find a way, even though they didn't want to charge me, I'm like, okay, yeah, charge me, you know, at least one coffee, you know. And so then everybody's happy, you know. And because otherwise it's, because I wanna, yeah, in terms of place, like my favorite place is Totem in Asuncion, and their beans are, I mean, they made a lot of progress, but they have beans from Bolivia and Brazil mostly. Sometimes they got also from Africa, and their top baristas, they're able to get the most out of those beans. Like, I've really, a couple occasions, like those baristas that I've been working there for a long time, with their beans, they got really good results, but they're not always working. That's the thing. It's like, I don't know how, because it's a roaster. So from what I'm gathering is that the barista position is the entry level. So then, you know, they go from what I could observe, is they go barista and they do packaging, and then they, eventually they become roasters, So it makes sense because it's a roaster, but from the customer point of view, well, you always get kind of rookie. I don't want to say rookie, but maybe like a newcomers. You always get the baristas that are. So maybe they had experience before, and that's great. They're already good. But in that coffee shop, they're new. So from the coffee drinker perspective, it's a little bit. Maybe they should do like a circle. Once the person gets really good at roasting, then he comes back to being barista, something like that. Because they are like, there's this one guy, I think he doesn't work there anymore, but the man, like, he was so like consistent. It's like a talent in itself, because the beans is changing, the weather is changing, everything is changing, but he does the extraction. Like, the guy is like, wow, like how do you do it? And so he was actually the barista when I first met that place. That's why I kind of fell in love with the whole coffee shop. But then he went to do accounting, and it's like then he wasn't there anymore. So it was kind of a shame. Like I was like, oh man. And now I think I don't know how it works. Like I really don't know. But it's a great place, like great like co-working, and now that I can bring my beans, so I have all the stars aligned. Like I have the great co-working, the great people, the great baristas, and the great space, and the great beans. So that was the coffee adventure. It's been advancing that way, and another thing I've noticed, like I've been kind of following some more like freshly, like more videos on Paraguay and Europeans and Westerns coming here, and helps me put in perspective, and sometimes like interviews and all that, and there's certain things I relate to them, and there's certain things like that's what it's been kind of like I was trying to figure it out. Like, they're having problems that I don't, like I don't know if they're overthinking or they're like, I saw one guy, he made like a whole video with like 17 points of how to analyze like Paraguay, and there's certain things like I could relate, and I agreed, and there's certain things it's really not my it's not a concern for me, and I try to understand why is it that way. Like, it could be that because I've already been here for 8 years, so I got used to, I don't stress out. Like, I know I'm very used to now, like, if something doesn't work today, it will work tomorrow. Like, I'm not like, so that could be one thing. It could be that I'm originally also from, the global south. So, my childhood, it was like my first memories. We're in, like, it was kind of like almost a civil war, like in Turkey, and it was like everything was all over the place. But that was like normality for me, and maybe it could be that, like, I saw like an interview of this like French woman, and she didn't want to move. Like, there's this area where a lot of French people that they're actually building houses, like it's in nature and stuff. And she didn't want to live there because the hospital wasn't close enough. I was just like, well, it makes sense when you think about it, but it's something that it never crossed my mind. I mean, I saw like trust, like fasting, and well, yeah, emergency mechanical things. Yeah, it could be it could happen to anyone, but that's, I would never. Yeah, I already never go to the doctor, and like I just don't like. It's totally not a concern of mine that there's a hospital. You know, like my goal in life is not to go to the hospital. like, but it's for some people it's not like that. You know, it's like they're like, oh, if there's no, like, you know, like. So I don't know who's right, who's wrong, but it was surprising to me. You know, it was kind of surprising. So yeah, like yeah, it's just I don't know how to look at it, but it's like people are concerned and they're bothered by certain things that are here because they're used to something else. And in a way, I am too. I mean, there are still, you know, like sometimes noise and air pollution. I mean, there are certain things that get on my nerves, but it doesn't. Yeah, I don't know. I learn. I guess I learn how to cope with it, and yeah, I mean, it doesn't bother me more than that. And also, like, once you accept to come in this region of the world, like, you have to, yeah, I mean, you kind of have to right off the bat accept that it's not going to be like at home, you know. so that I had accepted already, but the part I'm not sure why I feel so comfortable in Latin America. Like, I just don't know if because I've been here for long enough, or is it comes from the fact that I'm originally from the global south, and also, like, I'm pretty soon I'll be completing like 20 years total in the Americas. I lived 11 and a half years in the US, and now I came here in 2000. Yeah, I'm completing like 8 years. I came in 2017 to Latin America. So, and I had it really, I mean, my life has been always better on this side of the ocean, way better than in Switzerland. And so that could also be a reason, like maybe Switzerland wasn't a good fit for me. And also, like, I passed almost like the half of my life in the Americas, so maybe, well, if you spend that much time, then it's gonna feel natural. So then when you watch videos of people that got here 3 months ago, well, it's gonna be, yeah, it makes sense that it's normal. But sometimes it's like, because they speak your language, you know, you speak the same language, and you communicate, and you're both foreigner here. Sometimes, like, yeah, you put yourself like in an equal footing, you know. And also, I mean, I recently moved to Paraguay, even though I didn't recently move to Latin America. So then, yeah, like, maybe we don't have the same experience of Latin America and the Americas, and that could be something. But yeah, I mean, it's just yeah, I just saw this pattern of I'm like, I'm like, you know, because you speak the language, you're kind of the same, but then I'm like, I'm not having those problems or those concerns. So that's I kind of went on a tangent, but yeah, so like the latest updates on my health, diet, and coming back to Paraguay. I mean, it's really good. Like, the journey is going on, and and I feel really good. So I'm not. And in terms of fasting, I'm fasting my 18-6, but I haven't been skipping OMADs. The entire time I was in Colombia, I didn't. Yeah, I'm eating every day. So yeah, maybe that's something, but I don't necessarily feel the need. Usually, like my body will tell me like to fast, and now it's more like yeah, I'm just doing the intermittent fasting and enjoying the rides and having some half cheat meals once in a while. That whole Korean thing, it really got me excited. Like there are other Korean restaurants I might try, but this one I really like. Yeah, it was really the way I discovered it. I was really proud of myself. Like a little investigation and the fact that it was in a neighborhood that I wasn't familiar with, and I come, and even the Uber driver is like, "What is this place? Where is it?" You know, like we're kind of confused. And then you come, the guy opens the door, and it's like the Fight Club of Korean food. At least that's how I perceived it, and yeah, I look forward to take some friends there, see what they think. Yeah, it will be good. Yeah, a good place for get together, and also like a lot of the meals you have to be at least 2 people, you know, to eat it. Yeah, you know, so it's yeah, in terms of food sharing, it's a good because all the tapas, you know, you share, and also those big barbecues, or they have like the big like. I mean, that whole octopus thing, I mean, and there's no way one person could eat it, you know. They bring the entire octopus. So, so yeah, that would be a good thing to go with friends and have a good time. So thank you for watching the video. I'm author of a book called For a Better Monday, available on Amazon and also on the Better Monday Fasting Stand store. I also have a product called Fasting Electrolytes that I sell on the US market. And lately I've been really focusing on Amazon. Let's see if I'm going to be, I'll be succeeding, but I passed, like even though I had my fulfillment center, now I'm going to try to do I passed my product to FBA. So fulfillment by Amazon, and because that allows me to have they have a lot of incentives. They give you money, they give you there's a program called Vine, where you send your product to people and they review it, like things like that. So I'm going to be pushing that a little bit, see if it's worth it. I mean, it's more expensive in terms of fees. I'll see if it makes sense in terms of business, but yeah, that's something I've been pushing, and we're getting the Better Monday Fasting website also ready. And last but not least, I'm a musician. I have a band called Black Sea Storm, and if you want to check out my music, I have several albums on all the major streaming platforms. So I'll put all the links below, and if you're interested in one of those projects, you can support me that way. So thank you for watching, and I see you in another video on the channel, hopefully. Thank you.